What's up guys, it's Sativ here, and today we're going to enjoy some wicked 3v3 commentary. Now, these matches are from the beginning of the season and midway through the season, as well as some newer games. So, let's dive right into the games here and have some fun. This first match is against Ebola Cleave, which is a feral druid as well as a DK. I guess the joke is, you know, diseases in the wounds sort of deal. So I land a sap in the DK and then switch to the priest on his vanish because we're going to open the Death Knight. And when we open the Death Knight, Pink clones the feral druid. So you'll notice here that the DK is cheap shot, the priest is in a sap, and the druid's in a clone. Now that's good cross CC for a solid opener. We keep the pressure rolling on the DK as we decide to make a switch to the priest. Just as that happens, I crit huge, forcing the DK to sacrificial pack. We're going hammy on the priest right here. We get pain suppression out of him, we get aura mastery out of him. He's just trying so hard to get a cast off, but he's getting gripped and gnawed all over the place. The DK is still low, but I'm taking some serious damage. So I get scared and poke and vanish out. I set a full fear here, but Pink catches the last 3 seconds of the fear with the dispel. We decide to make a switch onto the DK. I drop a bomb, kidney him, he trinkets and runs out. The priest gets asphyxiated, and then Cyclone. That was a pretty fast-paced match, showing some of the strengths of a Mongoloid melee cleave. Next up is a mirror as RPD. I land a sap on the priest, but I also get sapped by the rogue. So we're standing there at a stealth. Pink gets a clone on the priest in the opener, as my Shadow Priest gets a fear on their druid. I managed to catch a re-stealth off the sap. Lucky for me, Pink has fast reaction time and dispels me, letting me open. All this is taking place. Pink Rangers managed to get a clone on the druid out of that fear, as well as a root on the rogue. The rogue eats a Siphene fear and trinkets. This is as good as an opener as we're gonna get. The only thing that could be better is if the druid pops tree. Oh, look at that. So right now we want to wait for the druid's defensive cooldowns to fade, catch a double fear on the DPS, and just switch to him with 3 orbs and Shadow Dance. At that point, he's a sitting duck, ready to get fucked. In a mirror against RPS, the best thing for me to be doing as a rogue would be re-stealthing and finding opportunities to reopen on players. Like here, I catch a re-stealth and reopen up on the rogue. Pink's got Heart of the Wild rolling and he's feeling pretty excited, so he calls for a smoke bomb. I just give in and go for it. The rogue preps and vanishes out, and I just kind of cheat out the priest and keep rolling with things. The idea is to keep the DPS under control while setting up that 3 orb switch opportunity. As you can see here, Pink is just hammering into the Shadow Priest with Heart of the Wild. You go, Pink. The rogue is getting scary and he's just been peeling me through his entire dance, which leaves him with no energy to get pressure out. Me, on the other hand, I've been pooling energy and saving my cooldown, so I'm primed to force feed this druid a ham sandwich. The druid displays her beasts as he gets horrified by our priest. All while this is happening, we're getting CC out on the Shadow Priest, trying to keep him from swapping and peeling. The druid's getting so low here that surely he'll die. Unfortunately, he's just not falling, so Pink gets a triple disorient, and I blind the Shadow Priest short. Pink lands a Cyclone on the druid, hoping to fuck up the Shadow Priest life swap, but we're not quite sure what happens here. We manage to get the pressure out and score a kill on the druid. Mirrors are one of my favorite matchups because there's no complaining at the end of the day. You versus the same classes, just outplaying them. Next up, we have Mage, Feral Shaman. Now, Paws and Curb Stomper both played to rank 1 last season, so they're pretty good. We've got our work cut out for us here. I focused the Feral and gouge him on his opener. Little did I know Pink was already cloning. I really should be paying attention. Now, the Mage predicted that we were going to be on him for majority of the game, so he spec'd into Nether Tempest. Now, most mages who are spec'd into Frostbomb should be tunneled into the ground, because if you let a Frostbomb mage freecast, he's gonna fuck your day up. They just seem to be sort of mongoloiding me, so I deal with the damage and wait for a dispel. I get Novid here and Pink hits me with a dispel. I vanish, cheap shot the Feral Druid, and switch over to the Shaman. I'm going frickin' ham at this point. I got my CDs rolling, shit's getting crazy. The Feral Druid comes to peel me, Pink clones him, he trinkets it, hits me with a bash, which I foolishly trinket right into a Cyclone. Rookie mistake. I know, guys. The team takes this opportunity while we're all focusing on the Shaman to start mongoloiding our healer. But Pink don't care. He's a strong independent druid and he don't need no peels from us. So he gives us the okay and we keep going crazy on the Shaman. The Shaman sits a short fucking fear here into a horror, right into a full kidney shot. This is looking grim for him as we clean up house. Well, that was a little bit easier than expected considering Paws and Curb Stomper are rank 1. I guess everyone has their off days. This next matchup is against a 2200 Thug Cleave, and let me tell you, I absolutely hate Thug Cleave. It's such a face roll comp, so much damage. The Hunter's camo messes up my opener here and I cheap shot the pet. Luckily I can manage to score another cheap shot. Now I predict the rogue is going to open me after I open the hunter, so I start heading over to the boxes and get opened in a really good position. That was the weakest opener I've ever seen from a Thug Cleave. Thank God these guys suck, or we would have been seriously fucked. They're getting some real pressure out on our Shadow Priest, who's forced to disperse. Our Shaman eats a scatter trap, and he Spirit Links out of that. So at this point, we're out Disperse, Trinket on our Shaman, as well as Spirit Link. Things aren't looking too hot for us. Right here, the rogue kind of just jumps off and vanishes to get back up. Lucky for me, I'm dancing, so I just ambush the pet and fly right back up. I take this chance to try and kill a pet here because maybe the priest isn't paying attention, but he clearly is, so I switch back to the hunter. Both teams are kind of just flopping around, trying to figure out what to do next. But we have it in mind that we want to get a big switch onto the healer. At this point, I switch onto the healer and start shitting all over him, while my priest shits all over the rogue. Now, we should have been on the same target here, but we force a lot of cooldowns out of the priest through this. I start flopping around myself and shuriken tossing the rogue to keep him in combat. I don't want him re-stealthing. I end up getting rooted by the hunter once again, and the rogue takes this opportunity to get the pressure on me while I'm in the waterfall. I get gripped and he cloak and daggers right on top of me in a full kidney and just gets fucked in line of sight of his healer. GG. Well, that's all there is to this video. I hope you guys are excited for more 3v3 content, and you should definitely take a second to check out the SMP stuff. It's pretty spooky. Until next time, I'm Sativ, and I want you guys to stay sneaky, my friends. Also, holy fuck, 3,000 subs? What the hell, man?